For several years, Delilah's been here, getting stronger, turning people against me. Why didn't I see it coming? What was I doing during that time? Pretending to listen at court, ruling through an army of bureaucrats, waiting for the next chance to get free of Dunwall Tower. Well, now I'm free. If only I could go back. Aramis Stilton was once an ally of the Duke. The owner of Karnaka's mines, Stilton lived in a fortified bunker at the heart of the Dust District. No one's seen him for years, since around the time Delilah started making her moves. But whether Stilton's alive or dead, his home holds the key to Delilah's immortality.
Herself. Listen to me, talking to myself like the old loon I am.
With Ashworth eliminated, that should hamper Delilah's plans.
Brianna Ashworth, the Duke, Jendosh, all of them taken by Delilah, as I was for a time.
Aramis Stilton's home looks more like a bunker than a mansion.
Years ago, held prisoner in that old pub, sleeping in a dog kennel. Now in this tub, will wonders ever cease?
The Dust District. I've read about the winds coming through the cleft in Shindaray Peak, how the city uses it for windmills and mining operations.
Great events arise from unexpected interconnections. As a boy, the Duke meeting Delilah, Corvo given to Dunwall as a young soldier. We're all setting things into motion, all the time.
Paolo's not that old, but there's so much living written into the lines of his face. The Vice Overseer for Karnaka, Liam Byrne.
Macon is out in the city, but I'll explain.
I need to know why Delilah can't be killed. Everything we've learned implies that something strange happened at Aramis Stilton's home 3 years ago, but then he disappeared.
Stilton lived in a bunker, kept secure by a fancy lock made by Jendosh. Maybe inside you'll learn more about how to stop Delilah.
But I have to get there first. Through a ruin created by the Duke, where my father grew up.
Megan had an intriguing idea. Paolo is leader of the Howlers. He wants Vice Overseer Byrne killed, and of course, Byrne wants Paolo dead too. Both groups will attack you on sight, but walk in with the corpse of their chief enemy, and they'll treat you like family.
You think they'll help me get into Aramis Stilton's home?
I'm pretty sure that will work.
Seeing this place and these people, I can feel my perspective changing. How will I be different after this?
Megan left a note for you. She's going to meet you, where was it? Oh, somewhere. I'm sure you'll find her. Make your way to the skiff when you want to start.
So our young friend is headed into the Dust District. Nobody lives there unless they don't have a choice. And people like Emily don't even visit. According to Sokolov, she'll be trying to get into Aramis Stilton's house. Not easy. I've tried. Stilton was a friend. Even as a mine owner, he was a good man who came up from working people and never forgot it. I went looking for him the night he disappeared, but the house was swarming with the Grand Guard. I showed them what I was worth, but it cost me. I'll live to see that score settled.
Ready now?
Ready.
I'll get you as close as I can.
Who was the man I'm after? Aramis Stilton?
An ally to the old Duke. Loyal and smart. Stilton helped build modern Karnaca with those silver mines. Started as a miner and worked his way up until he was a prince of industry. But now the new Duke drives the mine crews night and day. Dust falls non-stop onto the district. What was once prosperous is now in ruins.
I suppose the Duke doesn't care, as long as he sips from silver cups.
And what are the cups at Dunwall Tower made from, Empress? In any case, you'll have to pass through the Dust District to reach Stilton's home. Maybe he's still in there, or maybe he's dead. Once you reach the Dust District, she'll tell you more. I'll wait here with this skiff and take you back to the dreadful whale after you finish. The mines could have been run slower for another generation. Only the Duke's greed caused all the ruin here.
Gave me no choice. Too late for that, Apollo. Guess what happens next? That's how we get rid of stitches. This setup better than using the well oil tanks. The wind won't run dry. Unless something happens to the windmill. These break down just as often in a different way. And they also overcharge sometimes.
The Vice Overseer effectively wants the same thing. Hello, Emily. Stilton's home is just beyond here. But getting inside will take some effort. I've been doing reconnaissance, talking to people. The Overseers and the Howlers have divided up the district. Just ahead is neutral territory where no one will harass you. But further on, the Howlers and the Overseers both have boundaries set up. And beyond those points, they'll attack you on sight.
Aramis Stilton is the real goal. Sokolov said you had an idea.
Yes. I believe that if you take out Paolo or Vice Overseer Byrne, the other one will grant you safe passage, and will help you get inside Stilton's home. Neutralize either one of them, and bring him to the other.
What else do you know that might help me?
Byrne is protected by the Overseers. Paolo has the Howlers, but I think he's also got some kind of black magic charm. They say he's got to die twice before the sun sets, or he can't be killed. Good luck with that. The Howlers and the Overseers both think they're representing the people of the city. So it's funny that everyone who lives here is terrified of them.
How can a gang of cutthroats believe they represent the citizens of Karnaca?
Do you think the Grand Guard is keeping the city safe? For everybody not born in a palace, sometimes a gang of cutthroats is all we've got.
And sometimes, instead, they come after the people you love with knives. It's not that simple, Megan.
I can't argue with that.
This is the Duke of Sercona. Been told that people are complaining about dust from the mines falling on the city.
You should have strangled young Luca in the tub, old man. Maybe I'll have a dentist in Dunwall rip the teeth from Delilah's mouth.
Begging won't change anything. You stand accused of actions forbidden by the teachings of the Abbey of the Everyman. Given that each crime was witnessed or later verified by sworn and faithful overseers in good standing, no trial is required. For theft of food, for hindering a sworn overseer of the Abbey in his duties, death. For the keeping of articles of a heretical and fetishistic nature, for consuming the flesh of rats, death.
I faced worse than you, Abbey boys.
Silence, apostate! Well done. A shepherd must cull his flock.
They have paid for their crimes in this world. They belong to the Void now. Hold the strictures in your heart, brothers and sisters, and you will follow a proper path.
I wonder how the High Overseer is faring against Delilah back in Dunwall.
The Duke will topple soon. The sisters of the oracular order have seen it, and I feel it in my bones.
I can only hope the outsider has.
So this stalemate with the Howlers must be resolved. If we eliminate Paolo, there's no end to the influence we'll exert over Karnaca, over all of Serkonos.
A dozen overseers have died trying to bring Paolo down. We've struck him fatal injuries, and somehow he comes back the next day to fight again. Whatever witchcraft he has, even the ancient music is ineffective.
I believe Paolo is in possession of some unclean artifact. It's my fear that he has to be killed twice in one day.
And the Duke won't help?
Duke is no friend of ours. He exiled me from the Grand Palace, and he's done everything possible to push the Abbey of the Everyman out of Serkonos. The look on his face when he dismissed me from court. There's something wrong with people who live in palaces for too long.
The trophy my father got for winning the blade verbena. Corvo must have lived here 3 decades ago at least. inscribed by the same hands that ended your miserable life.
Look who's the big outsider's balls. It's Byrne. He's dead.
Keep walking around with Byrne's body. Bo! It's not a bad piece of work you did for us. Let's stay out of
Boy, that's the Vice Overseer. If
Right,
Paolo or
Overseer.
Mindy say you're all right,
Paolo wins,
I guess
Daddy.
you are. You know, Paolo has plans for us. Big plans.
Body here. Outsider's balls. It's Byrne. He's dead. Good work. Byrne was a tough prick. Look who's the big hero.
Everything was simpler when I was robbing bakeries and fruit stands.
One wrong.
I've been trying to bring Byrne down for months. You did what others couldn't.
And now you owe me, Paolo.
We've been at war with the Abbey, not just over territory, but over the people of Karnaca as well. This is my home. And I'm gonna send Byrne to Dunwall without his hands, to explain things to the High Overseer and the Empress herself. Bet you didn't see this coming, Vice Overseer. Now, what is it you want?
I need to get inside Aramis Stilton's house.
You're intriguing, and maybe more dangerous than most who darken my doorway.
I advise you to remember it.
Here's what you'll need to enter the house.
If you do have a hand in what comes next in Karnaca, I really hope you acquit yourself better than the Duke has.
You can count on that, friend. The Duke's a worthless buffoon. Get this guy out of here. This will kill. The Duke, the Abbey, the Empress in Dunwall. None of them know what's best for Karnaca.
But you do.
Maybe you don't understand how things work down here. Things are changing. And if I have my way, I'll be guiding the course of the city for a long time to come.
That might be less fun than you imagine.
Keep taking out overseers.
If you're working with us, good. But I still got my eye on you. You did us a favor. But we'll still spit in your eye if you make a wrong move.
I'ma cut you into... Serves you right for killing one of my...
What was that?
Give me a second. Did you hear that?
Take a look real quick.
Did you hear
You,
that?
come here.
Show yourself.
Yeah, step back. Now, that's it.
Hey, what?
I thought I saw someone right here. Let's check the place just in case.
Paolo had a mummified hand? Time is an odd thing. Growing up, I was excited about what the years might hold. About the empire I'd someday rule. I recall childhood moments with my mother on her throne, and my father, a figure of mystery. I remember the rat plague, my mother's murder, and all that happened at the Hound Pits pub. Now this. I just want to put an end to Delilah's life and get my father back. This house holds Delilah's secrets. She pulled herself up from tragedy, grabbing the Empire and changing it to her liking. With Duke Luca Abel, she transformed a coddled dilettante into a schemer who helped her take my throne. She's made herself immortal, and even my father's sword couldn't stop her breath. I'm going to find out how she did these things. The next time someone shoves a sword through her heart, it'll be me, and I expect her to die. That's strange. I feel drained by this place.
I know you think I don't belong here.
Could that be Stilton?
I think they're afraid.
The Duke is paying the Howlers to drop food for Stilton. When no one keeps the rooms clean and dry, the house goes to rot. Collect yourself, Mr.
Warm
Stilton.
the quilts, will you? What's wrong with my house?
Better dead than living in a nightmare. By the void. Stilton's home was quite nice before whatever happened.
There's something else you should know. The center of the manor is off limits tonight. Everything around the study.
What's so special about the center of the manor?
Nothing, usually. But the Duke and his party are here tonight, and they don't want to be disturbed. So that entire part of the house is under lockdown by the Grand Guard.
I'm not sure how to take your tone. I assure you, I rubbed shoulders with some of Karnaka's best people.
Trust me, you don't want to get tangled up with the Duke and his inner circle.
Here somewhere.
I'm not sure how Mr. Stilton tolerates them, to be honest.
I wonder what I was doing in Dunwall on this night. Or what I am doing. Maybe it's open in the present. What will change in the present based on what I do here tonight? Stilton wasn't born to all this. Allegedly, he started as a miner. Megan claims Stilton was a good man, at odds with the Duke. I need the combination to Stilton's study.
There's a burglar over here!
This is to keep you from seeing whatever drove you into a nightmare tonight. By rendering Stilton unconscious, I changed the past. But how?
Hey, weren't you working another excavation site?
I was, but the wife's pregnant again.
Oh, lovely. I didn't know. Congratulations.
Thanks. Stilton's giving me some time off.
Nice one. I guess someone else will have to operate the bore wheel.
Yeah, but Yvonne's good. And Stilton's always one step ahead. Got the new mine engineering figured out. No collapses in a long while.
Lucia Pastor, right? You really think you can make a difference here?
Considering who you are, I don't know whether to feel honored that you recognize me, or to yell at you for propping up the Duke while he's shitting all over Serkonos.
And who do you think I am?
I'm not stupid. Whether the newspapers and the posters in the street are right or wrong, I know who you are. And I hope you're here to end Luca Abella's tyranny. Either way, we haven't been sitting around waiting for you to clean up your mess.
Sounds like you have a plan.
No, nothing that solid. Not yet. But I believe the Duke will fall, eventually. All I can say is that when you reach the Grand Palace, just be aware that not everyone there is your enemy. Trust your judgment.
All right. I'll remember that.
Anyway, good luck. There's still a chance to make something new here in Karnaca. Something that serves everyone, not just some rapacious bastard with a title. There's always so much to do, so little time to think. The mining families in the district work as hard as the miners. Kids to feed, sick people to care for, homes to run. The families we represent are very poor, but aren't afraid of hard work. Good people. What a world. Where even the mighty take from those who suffer.
Maybe no one else will even notice, but things have changed here. For the better.
Are you ready to leave? The dust is wreaking havoc on my throat.
Not just yet.
Ooh, somebody's packing weapons.
Another thing. While all the prominent city leaders attended the most recent palace dinner, yes, it's true, I excluded Vice Overseer Liam Byrne. Contrary to what the Abbey believes, I do not hate them. But no one tells me when to stop drinking. And how is it possible to eat when someone is sermonizing on the risks of consuming vermin? Why is this even a question? Whoever wanted to eat rat flesh in the first place? Apart from the unfortunate poor, they're excluded from palace functions.
Corvo always said, no survivors is the surest way. By killing Stilton, I changed the past. But what will be different? Vice Overseer Byrne, if only you could see this, you'd have nightmares.
There's an old spirit here. I remember. Delilah. We are close to something familiar and unknown. I feel afraid. Yes, there is more here than corruption and pain. Don't despair. There is goodness here too. Always conflict, power, greed, lust. For me, what I wouldn't give just to hold your hand in mine one more time.
Yes, it seems to have worked.
My spirit is safe now, inside this thing. Luca, you must lock it away. I thought we'd lost you. Brianna, Luca, I will never abandon you. Wait! You are hidden, but I know who you are. I know when you are. You've come to watch me return, and someday I'll come for you.
The void beyond the world is strange. I won't ever understand what I've seen.
Can't you?
By the star. This is more exciting than any orgy I've ever attended.
Look around you. A crumbling island at the very edges of the void. But this one is special. It's the place where my throat was cut 4,000 years ago. This is where my life ended, and where it began again. It's where they made me.
This part of the void feels older.
Right up until the end, I thought I'd find a way to escape. I fought, but the ropes only cut my skin, so I went limp. And then the knife touched my throat, and I knew I'd waited too long. The blood ran out, and I became a god. Now you know Delilah's secret. At the end of her days, she drifted through the void and should have been lost forever. But her will and cunning are second to none. She found this place, the island in the void where I became what I am. It changed her, and she discovered a way to draw from it, tapping into the power here. Delilah is a part of me now, and I don't like it. You have to give Delilah credit. She tore out a piece of herself and hid it away, inside a thing made of bones. She's made herself immortal. If you want to kill Delilah, you're going to have to find her spirit and give it back to her. Reaching it won't be easy, but what comes after that might be the hardest thing you will ever have to do.
The world contains more mysteries than I imagined. Now to meet up with Sokolov again at the skiff, after a very strange day.
Leaders like the Duke will keep taking, consuming, until someone puts an end to it. With each passing month, they feel more justified in their appetites, and nothing will ever satiate them. Every now and then, such leaders need reminding that there are limits.
Oh, I know. Sometimes it comes down to slitting throats.
Let's hope Emily Caldwin learns that lesson. If not, eventually someone will be coming for her, just like the Duke. Are you ready to leave? The dust is wreaking havoc on my throat.
Yes, I paid a visit to Vice Overseer Byrne, and I've been to Stilton's house. We can go. Duke Luca Abel tore down the old palace in Karnaca and built himself a new one. A monument to his ego. Whether he knows it's coming or not, I'm here to make him pay for everything he's done. I'm going to show him what happens to those who turn traitor to the Empire. After tonight, the Duke will either be dead or deposed, depending on how this plays out. Whatever happens to Serkonos in the aftermath is his fault, not mine. I've got to get inside, take care of the Duke, and find a way to steal Delilah's soul.
Can you feel it? This is my last night. Soon, I'll dissolve into the great nothing.
You should be at peace.
I've stayed too long. Find Delilah's spirit. Trap her with this cage of dead flesh. Set me free.
I don't understand.
You will, very soon.
This long for someone to go after the Duke. Another aristocratic boss, living in a palace and sucking the marrow out of the same people who built it.
Byrne wanted to be High Overseer. I hope Paolo can bring some kind of justice to Karnaca.
You could always count on the backing of Dunwall's finances and navy. Maybe without that, he would have developed a healthy respect for the people of Serkonos. Fear of the Executioner's block has been a fine motivator for many a ruler.
Duke Abel spared no expense on his new palace. It's tacky if you ask me. Build something like this. And why?
Someone's activated one of the mechanisms in my house.
Jindosh.
My home is always open. It's one of my great curiosities seeing how the common mind navigates these shifting rules. I'm Kirin Jindosh, but you must know that. I invite you to meet me face to face. Come over to the glass door. You've managed to deactivate my wall of light.
Ah, the space behind the walls.
Hello, are you there? I can't sense your weight on the floors or the sounds of your breathing. You move with purpose, stranger. I challenge close now. I can't remember any other visitor getting so far. Do you feel pride? Anticipation? Breathtaking. According to the scales beneath the floor and my acoustic sensors, you move quite quickly. One of the finest views in all Karnaca.
It's a long way down.
When this plays, check. At last, stranger, you found me. You realize you're only the second person to set foot in this room, the most sophisticated laboratory in the Isles. Please, try not to damage anything as you die. Soldiers, dispatch this intruder.
Kieran Jindosh.
Playback indicates
Goodbye, Grand Inventor.
The same child empress is gone, and the age of Delilah is underway. But the danger hasn't passed. No, not at all.
I hope you kissed your kids goodbye this morning.
Just when I thought that wasn't mutton. I don't care what anybody says. I know mutton, and that wasn't
You bring her to justice.
As if you could ever hide your face from me, Emily. Little Black Sparrow, free from your cage at last.
Brianna Ashworth is dead.
Spoiled child! You had no right! Born into a silk-padded cradle, you'll never understand what she meant to me.
And everything you've stolen? All the lives you've ruined?
It should have been mine to begin with. Everything that's happened is wrong. But don't you worry, I'm going to make it all better.
Give me back my throne and my father.
Come and take them, girl. I welcome you to my tower.
Ashworth's journal might tell me more about why Delilah can't be killed.
And the Abbey will strike you dead. I've survived worse. Fall down!
Whatever happens seems to be centered at some focal point.
Welcome again to my house. Let's get this over with.
What we're about to attempt has never been done. It's beyond my understanding, and certainly beyond yours. If anyone has any doubts, set them aside now.
This defies rational understanding. It's the frayed edge when natural philosophy crosses over into something else.
Yes, I can feel it. We risk madness.
The more I hear, the more I think this is ill-advised. Who wants to speak with the dead? If this Delilah really was killed or banished from the world, what if she's lost her mind?
Delilah's stronger than before. The Duke and I have heard her voice, whispering to us. And now it's time. So take your positions. Focus on the void behind the world. You can feel her power, can't you?
By the stars. This is more exciting than any orgy I've ever attended.
Wait! We can't really.
Idiot!
Here, returned from the cold, from forever.
How curious. It seems to have worked.
My spirit is safe now, inside this thing. Luca, you must lock it away.
I can still see the insides. One has become a stone, the other reforged and marked by the one whose eyes are black.
Poor Aramis. I feel obliged to take care of him out of loyalty to my father.
Wait. You are hidden, but I know who you are. I know when you are. You've come to watch me return, and someday I'll
The
come.
void beyond the world is strange. I won't ever understand all I've seen.
Focus on the void behind the world. You can feel her power, can't you?
By the star.
Maybe Megan or Anton will have some perspective on this.
I can't believe it's taken.
I know what I saw. That day on the docks, Paulo got cut down. One second he was there, the next he was gone.
And the docks were swarming with rats. I know.
That's a trick I need to learn.
It's not like that. Mindy says he's carrying some old lady's hand. Which, dead a dog's age ago. Maybe before we were born.
Nasty. But it keeps them alive.
What's going on here?
Shit.
What's going on here?
Oh, shit.
I bet this one's carrying Corvo.
We'll cut you in pieces. I bet you've been living a soft life.
No, Jerry!
She won't go back!
I'll leave you rotting in Corvo with a blood slide. You'll regret that.
Get away!
Pay for his death!
You shouldn't have wandered outside
that
without
nice
bodyguards.
Come back here!
Hey, you! Come here. All right, Howlers. One of Byrne's zealots is at our steps. Hey, where do you think you're going?
The place just in case.
You! Give us what you got!
With me!
Can't run from us!
Come on!
This won't take long.
I'll crush you!
No!
Keep quiet.
You little
Damn you! You're gonna pay for this!
Keep these. It's you and me now. What?
Somebody's not doing well.
What?
Paolo had a mummified hand?
A dead heretic. Very strange. Always good news. I must draw strength from my brothers. Heathen or no, you have done us a good deed. For that we are all grateful. The wind's rising. There's a fine line, my friend. Good risk. You're doing good work here. Rest assured you have our attention. It's better to live a life of silence than unleash a stream of untruth. Recite the strictures every night. I find it's the best way to keep pure. Someone there? If you really are a friend to the Abbey, spread the word and live by the strictures. You've seen the good work we do. In time, the Isles will be free of witchcraft and heresy. Who's there? What do you hide under that mask? The mark of the outsider? If Paolo is really finished, we have our adherence to the strictures to thank. Nothing more. The roving feet. They love to trespass. Souls blackened with all manner of filth. I cover my face because we're all one brotherhood. Your reasons are less clear.
Whatever is afoot here with the Howlers, it must pale compared to the events in Dunwall. The Abbey does good work here. Only those allied to the outsider need fear us. That's all it was. Leave me be. You might have done us a boon, but you don't seem like the Abbey faithful.
I didn't see the one coming through the window. She was quick. No, is that Paolo? This is unexpected, but welcome. Do you have any idea the good you've done? With Paolo out of the way, I've got big plans for Karnaca.
I've heard about you and your ambitions, Vice Overseer Byrne. But for me, this was a means to an end. Does the Abbey remember its friends?
Yes, we do. And our enemies. What is it you want?
I need to get into Aramis Stilton's home.
Now that's a curious thing to want. There's something very wrong with Stilton's house. It's actually a great concern to me.
I need to know what happened there. Help me, and you'll benefit again.
Thanks to the Duke, we've lost our proper place here in Karnaca. And we've been fighting just to hold the streets against the heretic Paolo. But you stopped his black heart for me. And for that, I'll give you what you want.
I'm listening.
Interrogating one of the Howlers, we learned that some of them knew how to open up the Jindosh lock and enter Aramis Stilton's home. Probably just Paolo and a trusted few. What you're looking for is probably connected to why the Duke had Kieran Jindosh seal up Stilton's home.
All right, then. This might be the most worthwhile visit I've ever paid to the Abbey. I'll remember your help, Vice Overseer Byrne.
As will I, Assassin. Take our friend here away. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Huh?
I am so close to something grand here in Karnaca. Call it an experiment. With only a few moves, I could be inside the Duke's palace, running all of Serkonos. Imagine that. One of the Isles, in full alignment with the 7 strictures.
It's not something you could know, but in my time I've been in the company of many members of your order, including 2 High Overseers. Some were good men, some were not. So forgive me if I hesitate to fully embrace that thought.
Careful what you say. The Abbey has a long memory. I assure you, if I get influence over this country, I will find a way to serve the Empire and the Abbey. Which is much more than you can say for Duke Luca Bell. But go in peace, for now.
The Vice Overseer has ordered that we are to tolerate you. Beyond that, I make no promise.
What's coming to him, Megan? Are you ready to leave? The dust is wreaking havoc.
Yes. I paid a visit to Paolo and the Howlers, and I've been to Stilton's house. We can go.
For someone to go out. Are you ready for this?
I've been inside a dozen castles and 100 mansions, and they're the same everywhere. The Duke's palace can't be anything worse than Lady Brisby's social afternoons.
Killing off Duke Abel is only part of the puzzle. You've also got to find whatever it is he's keeping for Delilah.
You were cryptic about what you gleaned from visiting the Dust District, which is fine. The world is better with a hint of mystery. But once you're inside the Grand Palace, whatever you do could affect things in Karnaca for years to come. Remember that.
Everyone who crosses my path on the way to Duke Abel is going to regret it. They all deserve to bleed.
I hope I've been of some help to you. It's good to feel useful. Here, near the end of my time. Look at you. In a lifetime, how many monarchs have done half of what you have in a month? I hear the Duke's wine cellar is exquisite, if you happen to pass through. I remember telling you stories at the Hound Pit's pub so long ago. How you've changed.
Meet me at the skiff. It's likely that the palace is trashed. They say the Duke lives like a 12-year-old tyrant. Should we head toward the palace?
Let's get underway.
At the palace, the Duke has a look-alike body double, meant to confuse assassins. A friend of mine washes the linens and said the double is a smoker, if that helps. Maybe you can talk to him. She says he's a nice guy. What a shitty job, pretending to be a tyrant like Duke Luca Abel.
It's remarkable that people tolerate the Duke.
He's got an army, control of the mines, and he's had your support from the capital. At the Duke's parties, people carve up the country while eating boiled crab.
There were parties like that in Dunwall, full of toadies sucking up to me, stabbing each other in the back.
Poor Empress. I could see those party lights from the roof of the abandoned butcher shop where I slept, in the flooded district.
I know you grew up hard, Megan. I used to wander Dunwall with my face hidden, but when I got tired of it, I could always go back to the tower. Karnaca's given me perspective.
Good. After you've eliminated the Duke, find what he's holding for Delilah and take it. When you're finished, I'll pick you up in the skiff.
Yeah, there's this old lady I helped a few weeks back. One of those bastards from the Grand Guard was harassing her for some stupid tax she had to pay to live this close to the palace. I guess she wasn't good enough for the neighborhood.
Serious. Those cockchafers have no respect.
I helped her out. Dropped a brick on the guy's head from the window. He doesn't come around anymore. Can't even talk, I've heard. So now she makes lunch for me once a week. Invites me inside, where she's got some old silverware and a few family portraits. Nice stuff.
It might have been cheaper to pay the tax.
Yeah. But for her, it was the principle of the matter.
Outcast found,
Oh, damn this dust.
Careful with that sword.
Tonight. Covering your face is gonna bring down the Grand Guard. You did us a favor. But we'll still spit in your eye if you make a wrong move.
died in that fire.
Asleep inside, drunk from what I remember. You've got until tomorrow to pay up.
Hello there. Huh? You find yourself in the most reputable safe shop in Karnaca.
Something stinks around here. It's not my job to clean up.
I'm not supposed to say so, but the Duke's cousin got his safes here. Who needs more than one safe, you might wonder? Well, in this world, either you don't need a safe, or you need several. That's how it is.
You aren't going anywhere! No use running!
No, no, no.
There's another spirit here, beyond its cage of flesh.
Feels like we're living in an age of wonders. No plague, no war, no taxes, if you know the right people. New machines and new ideas. We eat the finest foods and we're guests in the Grand Palace.
Yes, you, me, and our well-born friends squatting close to the Duke as he drains the blood from the corpse. Soon, none of it will matter. Someone's killing people across the city. Life is worth shit!
That's why you don't get invited to half the parties I attend. Such gloomy thoughts.
I remember sneaking out of my room, listening to my mother play for my father.
What would you do if you were the Duchess of Serkonos, or some other ruler? The Queen of Morley, or even the Empress?
More of what I already do. Screwing, eating fine meals, smoking the best haberweed. And when I wasn't doing that, I'd be buying exotic furniture from Tivia, having my apartments redecorated.
So you wouldn't really change much?
No, of course not. What's the point of having power if you can't just do whatever you want?
If the old Duke could only see this. Wasteful expense, wanton flesh.
And such terrible wines. At least he knew better than to serve Tivian with hagfish.
Joke if you want to. Our new Duke spends more in 1 month than his father spent in a year. Old Theodanis Abel was tight with the coin.
Why worry? When the war is done, we'll have it back tenfold in tribute. This is the Serkonan age, my friend. The age of Luca Abeli. Enjoy it.
The old Duke
The old Duke was wise. Yes, the old Duke was careful. But the new Duke dragged the Empress off her throne and gave us the Isles. So tell me, who's the better man?
It seems the Duke has some of the Jindosh clockwork soldiers.
It'll be a long night. I've ordered food for the Duke. In Delilah's chambers.
How do you know it'll get to the Duke? I just got this assignment, and yesterday I heard a major talking about the Duke's political double.
You don't worry about that. Besides, in the end, it's all the same. We serve the food, and the Duke decides who eats it.
That's true everywhere.
Hard times. It must be nice to be on the Duke's payroll. I bet this opens the Duke's vault.
No offer to bow or kiss my hand?
I could say the same.
A mystery. Let's have it then. Who are you and what do you want?
Luca Abel, it's time to pay for your crimes. Bleeding your nation dry. All the corruption and the coup against your rightful Empress.
I assure you, there is only one true Empress in my heart, and her name is Delilah.
You're a disgrace to your country, Duke Abel.
No offer to bow or kiss my hand.
I could say the same.
A mystery. Let's have it then. Who are you and what do you want?
Luca Abel, it's time to pay for your crimes. Bleeding your nation dry. All the corruption and the coup against your rightful Empress.
No. Now that has finally come. I just can't take a bullet for Luca.
Your soft life is over, decoy. People of Karnaca, I am Empress Emily Drexel Leela Caldwin, speaking to you from the Grand Palace itself. Today is a day of reckoning for Luca Abel, the Duke of Serkonos. No doubt you are surprised to hear from me. And it is likely that no one is more surprised than the Duke himself. It is my promise that one way or another, after today, the leadership at the Grand Palace will be in alignment with my will as I move to re-establish control of my empire. Duke Abel, you've been warned. I am coming. People of Karnaca, you will hear from me again. People of Karnaca, this is your rightful ruler. Empress Emily Drexel Leela Caldwin. I came here to Karnaca, the jewel of the South, with one purpose in mind. To depose the Duke of Serkonos. To make him pay for his treason against me. But also for his crimes against you, the people of this great nation. I am your Empress, but my father is Serkonan, and your blood flows through my veins. I will leave you now and return to Dunwall. But know this, Duke Luca Abel is dead. My hope is to resolve this crisis and establish a new ruler here in Serkonos with haste, causing as little disruption as possible. I bid you farewell and ask you to maintain your faith and loyalty. I will address you again soon. Let's see what Duke Abel keeps hidden away in here. This must be the Duke's vault.
This is it. Release me from this dead vessel, free of this poisoned world, and trap Delilah's spirit.
You were all I ever wanted.
Let me go. I've seen too much of this world. There is blood on your hands.
I did it for you. To keep your throne. For your legacy.
My daughter. You are becoming everything I fought against. I love you, but let me go.
So it's done. Now to take the lion's soul back to him.
The heart of my half-sister? Only her flesh remains.
I wonder if it was even really alive.
You will never gain back what you lost here. Did you think she'd be pleased with what you've become?
Why would the Duke keep this old thing?
You're alone now. I'm your only family. Every time you drew your blade, a part of her died. I inhabit two impossible places at once. A prison of dead flesh, after a prison of bones. You will take me back and die at my hands.
So, is that it? The fall of Karnaca?
Duke Abel is dead. Long live whatever comes next.
Back to the dreadful whale, then, and on toward Dunwall.
Yes, at long last. To take back the throne and find a way to save my father.
Ready, then?
Let's set out.
All right. As you want.
My life story changed when an assassin named Dowd drove a sword through my mother's chest. Now I'm coming home with the same purpose in mind. Is this what Dowd felt? Planning the approach, wondering how it would feel to kill an empress? Whatever grand scheme you've got underway now, Delilah, you were smart when you stole this place from me. You knew who among my people to corrupt, and you took away my strongest ally, my father. But you didn't know me. You only saw a sheltered princess. You never thought I'd fight back. You don't know me, Delilah. But you will.
Stakes. But was it really necessary to cut all the throats between Karnaca and Dunwall? Remarkable what Delilah's accomplished, coming from such a background, taking the throne.
All right, Aunt Delilah. Let's see what you've done with my palace.
At least the situation with the Duke is behind us. Let's not forget that small detail in all this.
Home at last. It feels like another lifetime living in the tower.
I doubt my apartment on Caldwin's Bridge is as I left it. When this is over, I might visit the Academy of Natural Philosophy and shock them all, assuming it still stands. Now that we're here, I suppose you know where to go and what to do. You've killed a legion. So what's one more?
If anyone deserves it, it's Delilah. She's got so much to answer for.
At my age, I've come to distrust words like deserve. As I've told you, I knew her long ago. Badly wounded, deep at her center, but cunning, and looking for a way to pull herself up. Perhaps more than anything, Delilah had a talent for imagining the world as a better place. If only that could have been channeled towards something less twisted.
It's probably too late to dwell on regrets.
Everyone feels some regret, atop a long line. Mine is now chiefly that I'm out of time. Take care of yourself.
Goodbye, Anton.
Megan is waiting for you on the deck outside. She seemed cagey earlier, even more than usual. I suppose you did the best you could. Or I'll let myself believe that, at least. Good luck with Delilah. I fear for the Empire if you fail. Remember, the people of the city might have endured a great deal since you were driven from Dunwall. Desperate times. I've got maybe one more chapter left in my own tale. Hopefully a chapter set next to a roaring fire in Tivia. Toppling the Duke must give you a sense of peace. Maybe a better day will be born of it. It would be interesting to study why the bloodflies have never taken hold here. Time. If I only had more time. Goodbye, Emily. I suspect I'll not see you again.
In back alleys. Killers. Hey, there you are. I wanted a chance to talk. I made a vow I wouldn't come back here. And that's twice I've broken it for you.
Megan, I'm taking the skiff. I want to go to Dunwall Tower alone.
All right. Do you know how you're going to kill Delilah? If you leave her alive, she'll come for you sooner or later.
I'll do whatever's necessary. No one takes what's mine.
Just make sure you don't hesitate. Delilah's dangerous.
You don't have to worry about that.
Delilah's a mad dog. She tore out a piece of her soul to get her way. What else do you need to hear? Want some advice? Don't get your throat cut. Remember, even if you pull off whatever trick you're planning for Delilah, she won't be easy to beat. I'm glad Sokolov was awake to say goodbye. How is it the old man cured the plague all those years ago, but can't eat without getting food on his shirt? In my time here, the Dunwall City Watch was just a bunch of drunkards and layabouts. No wonder half of them turned on you. Goodbye, Emily.
You've served your purpose, Megan. That's one more pile of bones.
Killers in back alleys. Killers fighting over thrones. What does it matter? Screw it. I'll keep my own counsel. I don't owe anybody anything. Same old Dunwall. Smoke and garbage and rats. All those aristocrats. For anyone to live like that, 100 others have to live in filth. Soon, the moment of truth.
If old Samuel could see me now.
Take me to Dunwall Tower. Bring me back to the cage of my own chest.
Oh, I will. Delilah will be made mortal again.
You let your mother slip into oblivion. Do you know where my mother's resting? In a child's coffin, her skinny legs tucked beneath her, because I couldn't afford proper burial, while my father rests in the Imperial crypt.
You're lying.
You still can't accept it for the girl. Your father was born a nobody. I inhabit your mother's heart, and my body walks the halls of your crumbling palace and sleeps between your sheets.
If I learned anything in Karnaca, it's that you only deserve to keep your throne if you're ready to roll out a red carpet of blood before it. We'll be face to face soon, and I'll end you, Delilah.
Who are you?
I'm not a friend to your new Empress, Delilah.
Thank the stars for that. I've been hiding here since the coup. Worked in the carriage rails before things went to pieces.
I've been in Karnaca for over a month. What can you tell me?
At first, there was fighting. Delilah's bunch against those in the city watch who were still loyal. People tried to barricade the streets, to put up a wall around the tower. Eventually, the overseers came down, led by the High Overseer himself. They fought against Delilah's witches. That's the only word for them. But I haven't seen an overseer in a while now.
Anything else?
There was rioting over food, but people have fled the district mostly. Not long ago, someone came by in the dead of the night, pushing a carriage toward the tower. Looked like bones, maybe from a whaling slaughterhouse. No idea why Delilah would want that.
Thanks for what you've told me. Stay hidden for a few more days. Maybe things will get better after that.
To the people of Dunwall, cowering in the ruins of our great city, hiding in the shadow of the tower where I was born, your rightful Empress has returned, and I will expend my last breath ending Delilah's reign. She will pay dearly for what she has done. On this I swear.
I saw the High Overseer fall. All is lost. Leave this place.
The Abbey assaulted the tower?
Somehow we were overcome. Not just Delilah's sorcerers and their gravehounds, but mechanical men. Automated soldiers. The ancient music was useless against them.
Rest now. But know that I'm going to end Delilah's reign. I swear it.
At death's door, I smell the corruption of the void upon you. A heretic against a heretic. Laughable. The world is doomed. I've done what I could, served the Abbey the best I was able. The strictures are written across my heart. I wish I could have protected the High Overseer.
Delilah's hatred for my mother knows no end. Mother, I wish we could talk just one more time. If Delilah's in the throne room, I can use the elevator to reach her.
You monster! I'll fill my pillow with
The power's back on. That should help.
And a hum humming.
No way!
Why is there a tree in the middle of the chapel? Delilah's working on something terrible, but I might be able to sabotage it.
So here we are, where my dear lying half-sister Jessamine and I played as children. Where your mother bedded your father, then gave birth to you. Where she was murdered by Dowd and his black-hearted crew. The place that ruined both our lives.
You have a twisted view of the world, and I have no idea whether you're telling the truth or not. But it doesn't matter. Mother's old secret chamber is connected to my safe room.
Please don't tell anyone I'm here. I've been in here keeping quiet since this all happened.
Your secret's safe with me. What have you seen or heard?
After the coup, there was more fighting between the Duke's traitors and the members of the Watch still loyal to the old Empress. Then there was a party for Delilah, just before the Duke returned to Serkonis. At some point, the Overseers staged an assault, but it went badly.
Anything else?
Apparently, Delilah's been working in the Abbey Chapel, preparing something. If you're crazy enough to want to find her, look there, or in the throne room. She and the Duke were talking about a painting.
Take care of yourself. My hope is that you won't have to hide much longer.
I hope you're right. 3 of us hid here. Genevieve got caught, then Morgan. Now it's just me. Good luck with whatever you're going to try. If you don't succeed, I'll wait a couple of days, then try to leave in the early morning. I'd give anything to have things back the way they were, before Delilah showed up and everything went to shit.
You will take me back and die at my hands.
Everything's gone. What has Delilah done to my throne?
I've waited for this moment here in my tower. So now I will complete my great painting. I will make the world as it should be. And there's no place in it for you. Long live Delilah Caldwin, first of her reign. Like your father did. You cannot kill me. Get down! It warms my heart watching you struggle with no hope of beating me. Stuck a few people with that sword. You think that matters? I will make priest to you, and the coven will... Candle in your skull! Point me at her. Niece.
and see how I will reshape all things.
So this is the world she dreams about.
Why shouldn't my people love their empress? All that was taken from me, in return, I will take back. My name, formed on their tongues, passing across their lips. Stuck up people with that sword. If that mattered.
You won't mind one more unfairness, will you, Delilah? What do we do with a drunken whaler? What do we do with a drunken whaler? What will we do with a drunken whaler early in the morning? Father?
And so the Duke fell, and in his place arose a figure from the underworld. Paolo had come into the world with nothing, but was determined to leave it a very rich man. Sometimes power shouts, and sometimes it whispers. In Dunwall, with the death of Delilah Copperspoon, her coven lost its power and was smashed. Their disastrous coup brought to an end by the true Empress. And thus Emily the Butcher took back her empire and executed her enemies, her father standing in silence beside her throne for all her years and beyond.